Hi everybody, my name is Dennis and welcome back to another album review. Today we are reviewing the latest and debut full-length record from Ashnikko entitled DEMIDEVIL. Now Ashnikko has been a very polarizing figure and rightfully so. Her extremely sexually charged lyrics with her very energetic personality and her pop rap instrumentals are bound to bring up controversy. That is just a perfect recipe for annoying conservative parents. And she's always kind of been a guilty pleasure of mine. Where it's like, I feel like the music isn't that great, but I just can't help but have so much fun listening to it. I thought her last EP, Hi It's Me, was pretty solid, had some fun bangers on there, even if it wasn't completely consistent the whole way through. To me, it showed a lot of potential, and I was really excited to see where she was going with her sound. To me, she kind of had already carved a niche for herself. She was doing good with it. She was pretty sharp from the lyricism. She had a lot of charisma, and I liked where she was going. And I was a bit mixed with some of the singles going into this. For example, the song Cry featuring Grimes I thought was just okay. I kind of liked the direction it was going with those hard-hitting guitars, and I love Ashnikko's vocal performance on the chorus, but her and Grimes just don't really meld well together artistically, I don't think. Grimes, very almost withdrawn, alien, and soft delivery is unnerving, but it doesn't work well with the bold, raunchy, in-your-face style that Ashnikko goes for. It's kind of this awkward contrast. It's oil and water, doesn't really work. And I think the guitars could have been produced a little bit better. The riffs were fine, but nothing special, but I still liked the direction it was going. It's not a bad song. It has good ideas, it's just they're not fully fleshed out. And unfortunately, this was the only song that even attempted something like that, so I was a little bit disappointed with that, but nonetheless, I thought the song Daisy, one of the earlier singles from this record, was amazing, and it still holds up. It is easily, by far, the best song on this entire record. The beat is catchy, it's fun, it's energetic, the lyrics are clever, they're funny, it's everything I love about Ashnikko just rolled up into one song. I just love the charisma and the confidence that she brings on tracks like this. It's so beautifully infectious the whole way through. So I guess getting into some of the deeper cuts here, the second track, Toxic, was another pretty good one. I thought the beat was really catchy. I liked the lyricism about, just kind of dropping toxic people, but not in a sad, I'm hurt by them kind of way, but more of a no, I'm confident, I don't need you, I can just let you go, and, you don't want to see me shine, better get a visor. And I love that confidence, and I think she pulls it off so well. There was a lot of energy and charisma on this song. However, after this, the record starts to tank. It's just, I wanted more from this mixtape. It's not really, a full album release, it's a mixtape, but, I wanted so much more from this. We get the song Deal With It, which is a boring standard pop song. There's nothing really special on here. The writing is okay, I guess, but nothing in terms of Ashnikko's best. The feature on here is okay. It's just so traditional. I don't know why Ashnikko would limit herself. It almost feels like she's cashing it in. And I could definitely see this being one of the more popular songs from this mixtape, but it's so boringly generic. It's all, now to be fair, it's not like it sounds like every other pop rap song out there, but it's just so clear cookie cutter pop formula. And Ashnikko doesn't do that. That's not why I listen to her. That's not what I want from her. And if that's the direction she's going to go in the future, then I don't really see much point in checking back in with her. Luckily, this is the only track she goes for that on. But it doesn't get a whole lot better. I think the song Slumber Party, I see the appeal to it. It's a very minimalistic beat, kind of has a hypnotic feel, but I think it's a bit too minimalistic. I don't think there's enough going on here. I think her vocal performance on the chorus is a bit weak, Me and your girlfriend playing just up in my house. I don't know. It's okay, I guess. I think it feels a bit too strained. I wish it was a bit... either more aggressive or more clean sounding. The Princess Nokia feature is mediocre, and I think Ashnikko's final verse on here is just bad sounding. And on the hook, I don't know why. I don't know why people have the urge to say the word boobies like it's actually sexy. It's not. If you're going for this, dirty, sexy kind of feel, you're going for this kind of like tongue-in-cheek, kind of seductive feel, and then you say hentai boobies, it just ruins the whole tone of the song for me. I don't know. I know Ashnikko's always been tongue-in-cheek. She's always been humorous. But there's more clever ways of going about it, and she's done much more clever things, even on other songs on this album. The song Drunk with My Friends is unlistenable. I think the auto-tune on her vocals sounds horrible, the beat is annoying at best, and the lyrics are nothing to be impressed by. I did not like this song whatsoever. Little Boy had decent production on it. I think the beat is very nice. Again, very well produced. I just wasn't a fan of much else on this song. Lyrically, it's nothing impressive, and vocally, Ashnikko doesn't have the charisma and energy that she has on other tracks, both from this project and projects past. Later Boy is another one that I see the appeal to. It just doesn't really do a whole lot for me. It's a reimagining of the classic Skater Boy, and when you reimagine a cultural phenomenon like that song, and then you kind of make a trap beat out of it, and you just make it more feminist. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that per se. Just on this track, it doesn't really do anything for me. And when I say more feminist, I don't say that in a bad way. It's just that's the direction she went with it, and just the whole concept of the song to me didn't really do much for me. Just I don't know. I don't really think there was a way I was going to like this song very much. It's not bad. I definitely see the appeal to it for those who do enjoy it, but it just doesn't really impress me that much. I think Good While It Lasted is actually quite a nice cut that takes her in a different direction than where she normally goes. It's a much more minimalist but still kind of gorgeous instrumental. It's easily the cleanest out of any song on here lyrically. Less about the female empowerment and sexual independence that she is famous for, which again, I love that about her personality. I love that in her style. Many of my favorite songs from her are about that. But it's nice to see her trying new things out lyrically. Instead of, dropping a toxic ex or sleeping with someone else and being happy with it, we ended things, but it was good while it lasted. And I like the message of it. I think the vocal hums in the chorus are gorgeous. I love those harmonies that go on. And I think vocally, her more reserved style actually works on here, And when she needs to bring in that power and bring in that enthusiasm in her voice, she does it when she needs to, and it works. And unfortunately, we get another weak song as the closer. Well, Good While It Lasted would have been a great closer to the album. I think the album ended right there. Still mixed bag, but great ending. But then we have Clitoris the Musical, which is a mess. It's not even 2 minutes long. It's an awkward closer. It's not very funny. I think there are a couple of clever lines in there. Her commentary on the female orgasm not being present in television media while the male orgasm is more prevalent. And I think her commentary on that was interesting, but then it kind of just devolves back into, you can't find my clit. And it's a legitimate issue, I get it, but she doesn't do anything clever with the concept, and the instrumental is just kind of annoying at points. It definitely hones in on that cheesy musical sound, but it does it to the point where it's not just tongue-in-cheek, it's like your tongue is gone through your cheek and is sticking out. And it's just a bit much, I think. So, there's good ideas on here, and some great songs. Again, like Daisy, amazing song. I love that song so much. And Toxic is another great one. Good While It Lasted finds her going in a different direction that's actually interesting. And even some of the other songs on here that I wasn't a huge fan of still had interesting ideas on them. But there's the occasional song on here that I just cannot stand. it's pretty weak lyrically for Ashnikko. I wish she did more things on it lyrically. And it just didn't really do much for me overall. I guess I'm feeling a light 5 on this one. Check it out, I guess. I still think it's worth a listen. I still think Ashnikko has a lot of potential, and she has the ability to put out a great project. So, with that being said, if you listen to this mixtape, tell me what you thought of it in the comments down below. Be sure to tell me how wrong my opinion is, as always, and I will see you in the next review.